State your name and business being here. If you don't have any, or you don't answer fast enough, you're gone. You understand me? It's nothing personal. It's just we don't have time. We're practicing and... What's this? Some kind of love letter? Is that what you take me for? Someone who needs a love letter? Well, fine. If you really mean to give it to me, then wait. You'll wait until practice is over, and then I'll read it right in front of you. Is there something wrong with that? No, of course not. You want that, don't you? Just as much as me. Why don't you just admit it? This is all what you wanted. This is all what you need. Though, so you waited, huh? I'm surprised you did. Mostly because, with an expression like that, you didn't seem like you had the guts to. Now, what are we going to do with you? You don't deserve that time, unless you really, really earn it. Now, what do we have here? Ushijima. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. So that's it. It was exactly what I thought it was. I'm not dating you. I'm not dating anyone. So don't lose heart. I'm not here to break your heart. I want to make that clear. I'm not here to hurt anyone. I'm just here to chase my dream. Anyone who gets in the way of that, they don't understand who they're messing with. Yes, it's as simple as that. And why not? What do you expect from me? Did you expect me to just say yes? Do you know how many people lust or want after me? There's so many, I couldn't count. That's just how it is. I've lost the sense of that. There's been people who try and pick me up. They don't understand. I'm out of their league. You shouldn't lose heart. This isn't because of you or something you're lacking. No. It's because you still have a long way to go. And so do I. Focus on your own dreams. And maybe you'll get somewhere. Now, if it's all the same to you, why don't you take a hike there, honey? What's the matter? I called you honey. Yeah? Does it bother you, huh? Well, if it does, why don't you do something about it? That's one way of looking at it, sure. Or you could try a little harder. Take my rejection and see where it goes. Or you could try and reach me. How about this? If you can jump up to me and kiss my lips from down there, then why don't you get a second chance? I'll take you out on a date tomorrow, and if you don't break from the way we're going to go about it, then maybe you'd be a good match for me. That's wishful thinking, isn't it? I'm not saying anything crazy. I'm just saying you probably can't handle me. Got a problem with my assumption? Prove me wrong. I guess you're better than I thought. Interesting. Fine, tomorrow, 5 p.m. Don't be late. Otherwise, I'm leaving you behind. Got it? See you then. What a surprise. You ended up making it. So, what's it going to be? You, me, this town at night. Is that what you want it to be? Well, fine. Now, if we could just get down one thing. Just because I'm giving you a chance doesn't mean I've given you anything further. Don't put words in my mouth, and don't assume anything. You're right. That was a bit harsh. It's nice to meet you. So you already know my name. Good. What's yours? That's a funny name. Not in the funny haha way, but it's unique. Sorry, I'm not very good at compliments. My mind's usually elsewhere. The fact that I even gave you time for this, it's unique. Circumstances. I have been in volleyball since high school, and now that I'm here, the fact that you gave me a love letter threw me back to that time. I mean, think about it. Who gives love letters at this point? You're definitely old-fashioned. Oh, if that's a bad thing, I can't say yet. What do you think? Good or bad thing? Are you a classic or just old-fashioned, outdated? Which one? Innovative? Bringing letters, love letters no less, to college. That's definitely something unconventional. I don't know about innovative. You'll have to keep on trying for that. So, tell me a little bit about you. What has you interested in me? Followed me since then, huh? Still, a fan for a year is a fan. I appreciate your support. I'll try and take our team as far as I possibly can. The difference being is, I need to make sure what I'm doing is with conviction and passion. And I'm not going to get into that right now. Anyways, what I do besides volleyball? You know, you're the first person in a long time to hold any interest about me outside of volleyball. Then I'll assume that you want to hear it. I like building things. Not those kinds of things, no. Anything. I like seeing them go from a drawing into reality. I've done so with a lot of art, a lot of practical things too. From making a table if I need a table, to just working with my hands. As you can see, they're big enough for someone as small as you. No, I'm not calling you that small. Listen, it's not about your height. At least not right now. But it is about mine. And as far as I see it, it's your presence that's small. You've got a lot to work on. Manners. I guess it was immature of me, wasn't it? To say all that. Well, fine. If that's how it's going to be, I'll apologize. Because it's the right thing to do. And because I don't want you to think I'm some kind of useless jerk. I'm not that kind of person, and I'll never be, so instead of that, how about we get off on the right foot? I made this for you. It may seem like something stupid, but it reminded me of you. It's a flower made of wood, cherry to be exact. Cherry trees have the most beautiful wood. I polished it, belted it down, and sanded it by hand. It's a little paperweight. I didn't really have a good way of making it into a hair ornament, though that was my original plan. I thought it would look good in your hair and... So you're pretty crafty too. Interesting. You are getting more interesting by the minute. I'm slightly impressed, or at least intrigued. Well, spit it out. What is it that made you give me that letter? You actually thought that that would work? Something like that. You're interesting. You thought that because you found me attractive, didn't know anything about my personal life, and you wanted to know more. Such an honest answer. I like that. Well, then why don't I respond to it now? Your looks, I like them, but I also think that it's more your personality that's speaking to me. That's not meant to be an insult. Despite how I may seem, and despite my habit of making people follow me, it's not like I asked them to. I don't ask for special permission, special treatment, and you'll learn that I don't give it easy. But for you, I could see it working out. Mostly on accounts that you really do make me feel different. Now it remains to be seen if it's good different or bad different. We'll have to get to the bottom of this. Now, why don't you tell me what in the hell you're trying to do? No, not that. It's what you had in your hand. Oh, so that's what you're trying. It's probably too heavy for that. Trust me, I'll make you another one, provided we go on more dates, if you want to. I'm not saying... Listen, you're making an awful lot of assumptions, and you seem quite cocky. Well, I'm not exactly complaining. It's just, with that attitude, I'm surprised you haven't gotten in more trouble. If I wasn't so patient, I would have left by now. Well, yes, and if you weren't so interesting. Fair point. I guess we're a good match then. But where are we going with this? That's perhaps the most important question. I don't know. Guess mystery can be a good thing, but the way we find out is we test the waters. I challenge you. Yes, I challenge you to say something to fluster me. What's romance without getting flustered? Not that I'm one to, but I want to feel it in my heart. If I'm going to love someone, I want them to feel me. If I'm going to make you mine, I want you to feel it from the start. Everything I am as a man, left on the table, right here. Now, give me everything you are, right now. Too intense for you. You can walk away just like that. But I'm not going to lie. Where others say, don't be afraid of me, I say, be afraid. Was that an attempt at flustering me, or just being a brat about it? Sometimes I can't tell, but right then, it was pretty distinct, wasn't it? You making fun of me? Let me show you how it's done. You, honey, you're going to be saying my name soon. And I don't mean in that cute way. You're gonna be quivering down to your core. You're going to feel what it means to be mine. And while you're at it, you're going to fall in love with me. Because you deserve it. All of this. Take it what you want. I didn't mean anything in particular. What's the matter? Can't handle when I tease, when I put you in your place. And you still got some spunk. You're more interesting than I thought. Now I'm really interested. So, round 2. Why don't we try and get away with something we normally wouldn't? It's in public, so go ahead. Interesting. Trying to kiss my stomach. And just who's going to get flustered from that? Definitely not me. You've misunderstood me then. Let me show you how it's done. If you're going to kiss someone, kiss them right. Up you go. Picking you up like this. You're like royalty in my arms. And so what of it? Am I not allowed to cradle you? Oh, and I suppose this'll be twice as illegal when I push my lips to yours. Let my tongue explore you and kiss you like I mean it. Your reactions are too honest, but that's a good thing. Definitely for someone like me. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm rough around the edges. I don't beat around the bush when it comes to what I want to do. What I want in my life is someone to play with. Someone to take out all of this desire. I want to share my world with someone. And as much as I'm competitive, I want you to know all of this. It's not meant to be something like that. I never meant to be scary up front, but I figure it's better that way. So once you get to know me, it's not anything scary, different, and you're right from the start. You know my faults, flaws, and benefits. Isn't it better that way? So, why don't you be honest? Is it my attraction, my personality, or something else that's got you? I could feel it. Your heartbeat in my arms. Just like I can palm this wonderful little neck of yours. I could palm your head too. I figure it's only common courtesy to tell someone before they get involved with you how dangerous you could be. Isn't it better that way? I'm just being honest, not trying to be a nuisance. That's why I'm so strict. If I don't think someone can handle me, I tell them I'm not dating anyone. Though, sorry I lied. It's just I feel like it saves them. Saves them the trouble. And I didn't expect anyone to be able to keep up with me. So if you can, you're different. A different breed than the others. Maybe you're my breed. And if that's the case, well, I guess you'll be my mate. Now on to the third test. This one's a question. Are you ready for it? It's a really simple one, so listen here. I'm cheating on you. You catch me, and I pretend that nothing happened. You're furious. What do? Good answer. You have some dignity, self-respect. Yeah, the answer is you leave my ass right then and there, or you kick it. Because honestly, if a man cheats on you, no matter how much he's full of himself, he's a bastard for it. Cheating is no joke. And I hope you understand. It was just a test to make sure you have dignity. If someone doesn't have backbone, there's no way they can handle me. You're definitely passing this with flying colors. You seem like you really did your homework. I'm joking. There's no homework that can prepare you for me. More importantly, why would you bother with that? The fun of a mystery. But I want to know more about you. So, spill it. Look at you. You're just a bundle of wonder. Bundle of interesting and maybe just a bit of naughty. I mean that in the nicest way. It's that you're the TEASE type. You think you can get on top of things. And for me, I like that spunk. That rebellious side of you. It's attractive. It adds to your allure. And it makes me want to prove that you're not that rebellious. And I have my ways. Trust me. Oh, trust me. Now, I've got you in my arms again. What do we do now? Yeah, we could go to the park, order some takeout, tell them to go by that bench where the homeless people are, and go 10 feet past it to the nice area. And what's the matter with that? If you like something else, then how about my place? You said you were bold. Don't tell me you can't handle it now. Look at you. You can handle me. But still, that self-respect and that obstinate side might be the end of you. Be careful. If I was someone dangerous, you just agreed to go in the lion's den. Oh, I'm a little kitty cat to you. Well, I guess the only way to see about that is to get to know each other. And before you have any ill intent with things or think I do, I meant to come there and just to hold you. Believe it or not, I'm not the type of fellow who could stand by someone coming to my place and having their expectations of things dashed. I consider honor very important to me, even if my honor is different than most. I may be cutthroat when it comes to my game, but my life is different. I'm not a heartless monster. I could be a gentle giant. I'm just not that gentle. In fact, I'm quite rough around the edges. But what's wrong with that? I like being rough around the edges, and I like what it makes me. So, if you've got a problem with that, don't follow me. Not like you had a choice in my arms, but you should tell me, and I'd take you home. I'd apologize for not being the one that you want, and tell you to find someone good. That's right. I try not to get hung up on these things, but I might be a little sad. Mostly because I found someone like you. Not just someone like you, no. Someone that is you. You. The only you. And that's kind of exciting to me. Isn't it exciting for you? We're on a date right now. We could just sit there, stare into each other's eyes, and compete. You like it, don't you? This feeling, the tension between us. It's like you could cut it with a knife. I like that a lot. And I'd prefer it to stay that way. Now, if we're going to do this, why don't you go first? Yeah. I want you to see my house in all its glory. It's just a rental for now. But I saved up for it with my own hard money. The earnings from winning. I saved up and now I'm set for this for now. The real question is where you fit in everything. You want to, don't you? I know you do. So, honey. Yeah, I called you that. I figured it's a good nickname for you. And what's wrong with that? Gonna fight me on it? It doesn't surprise me that you do. It's actually quite fun. These little arguments, these fights, they prove that we're strong-willed. And that's what I need in a partner. That's what I need in my life. Someone who's not gonna bend to my will. Someone who's gonna fight me on everything. Someone who agrees with me when they agree with me, and never otherwise. Don't you bend any of your beliefs for my sake. If we have disagreements, we have disagreements and we fight it out. In a good way. In a positive way, okay? That's how I feel. I don't want bullshit in my life, and I don't like lies. So, let's just agree to be honest. Doesn't matter how much it hurts. We'll work past it, okay? And you best believe, if you're going to be mine, my honey, I'm going to take care of you. I'm going to make sure every single day is filled with a lot of fun. Maybe a bit of argument, a bit of constructive fighting, and a lot of interesting and exciting mysteries to be solved. Like how much you bend until you break, or how many times I can beat you in a row. Well, you're taking on someone bigger than you, and stronger. What's the matter? Can't handle it? The way you look at me like this, it's exciting. I want to break you even more. And by break you, it's less I mean in that way. Well, that way, and 2 other ways. I want to break you of those insecurities you still cling to. That's the main way. I'm sick of you having these insecurities. Even though I've just met you. Sometimes you doubt yourself. Stop that. It'll only shoot you in the foot. And I'm going to be here to tell you. I won't let you. I'll be supportive of things, and it's okay to struggle, but writhe until you can stand. Fight until you can fight again. I won't let you fall, because it's not in my passion to do so. I could never say I like you, let alone love you, if I couldn't do that much. Do I like you? Good question. Why don't you find out? Kiss me. I mean it. Kiss me if you mean it. Quite the kisser, aren't you? That's impressive in its own right. You made me breathe a bit more. I can't say I wasn't excited. But you blew all my expectations. Isn't that right? You've got some fire in you, and I'm living for it. Now, why don't you just admit it? You want this little thing we have to keep going, to become more exciting. I thought you'd never ask. Then here, my humble little honey, is a kiss just for you. A kiss I've wanted to give only to you. So, feels special already. Different than you imagined me. I'll take that as a compliment. I used to be kind of stuck up with things. No, I'm not. I just relaxed about some of the things I felt. Got humbled a few times, and that's all there was to it. Humble pie doesn't taste so good, does it? Well, does it taste better like this? Now you're getting yourself in trouble. Careful you don't take on more than you can handle. Kiss me again, and things might turn out for the better or for the worse. But I can promise you, it won't turn out boring. Honey, look at you. A mess now. I've got to hold you closer for that. Make sure that you don't lose yourself in this moment. And make absolutely sure you know how dangerous a kiss can be. Especially my kiss. It's especially one you'll have to learn to fear. Fear and love go hand in hand. Now let's see what you've got. Right here. Oh, come now. We both know how this ends. With you in my arms, and of course we stay together. What else would we do from this? I've decided I want you in my life. And have you decided if you want to stick around in mine? Well, fine. I'll take that as a yes, and I'm happy to hear it. Just being able to see you, being able to feel you, being able to kiss you. And of course poke fun at that attitude of yours. Don't lose it now. If we're gonna compete, let's compete until we break each other down. Until we both are so stubborn that we can fight every day. Fighting is to live, and I want to live with you. Want to move in with me today? Good. Then we'll just decide it like that. You aren't bold enough to take that chance, huh? Oh, change of heart? Then I guess you better move in right now. I'm surprised you could reach me for that kiss. Reminding me of Hinata back in the day. Honey, I hope you know, despite all this, I love you, and that's the only reason why I'm so confident with myself. With all this, it's because I want you to listen to my story. I want you to hear me and say, no, I feel this way. I want you to try and break me and fail 1,000 times, so I can break you 1,000 times in the process. I want to make you happy, warm inside, deep inside, to the point where you feel like you're alive again. 'Cause I know what it feels like to feel like you're not. When you're walking on eggshells, feeling like a failure if you don't do this, or this. I'm sick of that, and I'm not gonna live that way. That's how it works, okay? Now listen to me. From this day forward, you're mine. No argument, okay? It was another test. If you hadn't argued, I would have thought you just someone who's all talk and no action. So argue every single day with me then. I want you to. I want you to argue for all you're worth. That's just how it needs to be. Yes. Oh. What's the matter? Can't handle me now? Just wait until you see me once I'm more comfortable with you. We'll see who's the one to break and who's the one breaking. This hug of mine, honey. You're as sweet as honey, you know that. I want you to melt into me. Just like that. You think I'd let you go just because you think you got a head start on me? No. This is just the beginning. You cute little thing. You do realize that all of this, it's only because I want you to feel safe. Maybe I went a bit overboard, but it was all in the name of good intent. Then again, I don't do things without some kind of goal in mind. I mean, why? Why would I? When I could tease you. No. Me? Sadistic? I don't think so. Just following what I believe is the best chance to make you flustered and beat you. You're my greatest competition yet, and the first person I've ever loved like this, or at least liked, had a crush on or dated. At least if you consider us dating, then why don't you move in with me? Oh, here we go. Gonna give me that, huh? I bet you're not brave enough to move in with someone like me. Oh, is that so? Then prove me wrong. Yeah, I think you could prove me wrong. If you try hard enough, like, say, moving in with me. Good. Glad we had that discussion. And glad you're not a chicken. So come on. What's it gonna be after that? Look at you. So easy. Yet so beautiful. As much as I want to tease you, it's not about that right now. It's about making you safe. My arms. And my home. I mean, our home. Forevermore. I don't believe in forever, but maybe you could change my mind. You're the most beautiful, most attractive, most interesting person I've ever competed with. Even if sometimes you can be a brat, it doesn't change the fact that I love you. Or at least love the concept of you. We'll see about the rest of it. Love isn't quite so easy, is it? You never quite know when it's there or not, until your heart does something. Well, if that was the case, you would already have. Fuck it, I love you. Let's just have it be that. Shotgun wedding and all that somewhere down the line. Now, where were we? Come here. That's right. You getting lost in my arms. Me holding you together with me. Now just relax. I'll take care of everything right now. Special service. Don't expect it a lot. Unless you earn it. Little honey.